Hello everybody! I wanted to talk to you about something that is very important to me and should be important to you as well. Wasting water. Now we all know that it's not a good idea to leave the water running while you're brushing your teeth or shaving your face. You should turn off the water and save some water for the fishes. But that's not what I want to talk about today because everybody knows about that. What I want to talk to you about today is the little bit less known to people, and that is the wasting of water from water bottles. Now some people do a really good job in not wasting water in water bottles by drinking water from a glass or from a glass bottle, or by using a pitcher and drinking water that way. But a lot of people drink from plastic bottles like this one. And that's okay, I think, except for plastic is probably not very good for the environment, but that's okay too because you can always, recycle it or whatever. But I see a lot of people sometimes who do things that are not very good for the environment. And I'm talking about people who take their water bottles and they open them up like this. Just like that. And then they drink it. Just like that. Until it's almost all gone. And then they stop and say, I'm done with this water bottle. And they put the lid back on. And then they throw it away. That's what they do. I don't know that that's a good thing or a bad thing all by itself because it's water. It's free. They're not really wasting any money. And if they throw it into a recycling bin, then they can feel good that they are recycling for the world. The problem is, what if they throw it in the garbage can? Well, that's bad for the environment because of the plastic that goes into the garbage dumps that just sits there for 1,000 years. But it's even worse because sometimes the water is in that bottle. And it stays in that bottle right there for thousands and thousands of years. The water gets trapped in there. Okay, so it's maybe a swallow or two that are left in there, and sometimes people, they drink it all and they just have a little bit of maybe 1 or 2 or 3 drops of water in there. But I read a statistic that I know must be true, that over 1 million water bottles of plastic water get drunk every day in America. Or maybe it's in the world. I don't really know which, but I don't really care, because 1 million is a lot. And 1 million water bottles, even if they only have 3 drops of water in them, 1 million a day, that's 3 million drops of water getting locked up in a water bottle for thousands of years. And I did a little mental math, I crunched the numbers a little bit, and I said, well, 3 million drops is about a gallon of water. So that means a gallon of water gets thrown in the garbage every day. A gallon. Every day. And if we keep drinking water in bottles and throwing it away, that's like 365 gallons a year. And over 10 years, that's like 33,000 gallons or something. And that's like a swimming pool or something, I think. And so we gotta be careful about throwing away all these water bottles because who knows how long they're gonna be in those landfills before somebody comes along and says, we're dying, we don't have any water. And somebody else says, well, I know where we can find some. Let's go look in the landfill. And everybody else says, gross, I don't want garbage water, but they don't have a choice because they're going to die without it. I don't think we should get to that place. I think what we should do right now is we should start taking our water bottles and we should unlid them before we throw them away. And we should drink all the water out of them because it's good for our bodies and it's good for our bladders and it's good for our kidneys. And then we can throw them away in recycling, preferably, because that's the best place for them. Unless you don't believe in saving the planet, in which case, whatever, you're gonna do what you want, and that's cool because you have the freedom to choose what you want to do with your life and everybody else's too. So that anyway, that concludes my public service announcement for saving the planet of water from water bottles that are closed. I think that would be everything.